works. Okay, thanks, boys. So two-step geometry, sometimes we can't necessarily get what we want to find out, the unknown we're trying to find straight away. Sometimes we have to do one thing first to find a piece of information and then use that information to find the thing that we actually want, okay? So the idea is that there are two steps involved to get to the unknown that we're looking for. We're just going to do a few examples of questions that are like that. Some of these have two different unknowns or more unknowns that we're trying to find, and we have to use multiple kind of reasons to get to the answers we need. Okay, so let's look at a couple of these. So firstly, we've got to find the value of these pronumerals in alphabetical order. So we've got to first find A and then B, etc., and give reasons for your answers. Okay, so for this first question here, we've got two lines here. There's no parallel lines given, but we can see A here is across from the 47 degrees. And we know that when we're going across like that, when they're opposite, we say they're vertically opposite. So I can say that A equals 47 degrees. Now I have to give my reason. So I put brackets and I write vertically opposite. Okay, and that will get me my first pronumeral A. I'm then going to find B, and I know that B is on a straight line with A. It's also on a straight line with the other 47, okay? Either one works. So we know that B is going to be 180 minus 47, okay, which equals 133. And we say that angles on a straight line is our reason. Angles on a straight line. Okay. So for this next example here, we do have parallel lines given. We've got a few different unknowns that we're trying to find. We have to go in order of alphabet. So we're going to start with A. Got to think, which angle is the clue for me to unlock what A is? Okay, I can see there's 110 degrees there, but the lines on either side of the A and 110 aren't parallel. So that 110 isn't going to help me too much. Okay, the angle that is going to help me is going to be this one up here, because that line is parallel with the bottom line. The top line is parallel with the bottom line. So I know therefore that A is going to be 180 minus 55, which equals 145. Oh, hang on, no, 135. Is that right? 125. Got there? And my reason is co-interior angles in, okay, and you can use the symbol, we can use the symbol parallel lines there. So co-interior angles in parallel lines are supplementary. That's our reason. Okay, supplementary. So that's how we got our letter A. Okay, we can then find B. There's actually a few ways we can find B. The way I'm going to do it is we can see here there's a Z shape and we have parallel lines. So I'm going to say B equals 55 degrees. And again, my reason is alternate angles in parallel lines are equal. That gets me my letter B. I've got a couple more to find out. I've got to find C. Okay, and we can see C is on a straight line with 110. So we can work it out. It's going to be 180 minus 110 because angle's on a straight line. And that will be 70 degrees. And then lastly, to find D, you can either use it's going to be alternate angles with D, or with C, sorry. Or you can do it as co-interior angles with 110. Either way, it's fine. So D is going to equal 70 degrees. I'm going to go with alternate. in parallel lines are equal. Okay, so you could have done that. All co-interior angles are supplementary. All right, so you get the idea. We've got multiple steps involved here where we've got to be using multiple different reasons. Now, I'm just going to do one of these examples here. Okay, find the value of A in these diagrams. Actually, I might do both. Won't take too long. Boys, just bear with me 1 more minute. Boys, just looking this way, thanks. Okay, so firstly, for the angle A, we see here there's not necessarily an angle straight away that I can use. There's no angle EDB or BDE there straight that will tell me exactly what I need if I wanted to do corresponding angles. I don't know the angle on that straight line there. So I've got to think, how would I find out what I know? If I knew the angle here, okay, angle at point D here, so BDE, then I could use corresponding angles to find the angle A. Okay, you see, I need to think first, what do I need to know before I can then find the thing that I want to know? Okay, so it's two-step reasoning here. Now, to find that angle, we have angles at a point, and we know that angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. So I know that angle BDE is going to be 360 minus 170 minus 90, because we've got two other angles there, 170 and 90 degrees. So that's going to give me, so it's going to be 100, I think. Yeah. Okay. And because I know angle BDE is 100, I can say angle A is also going to be 100 because corresponding angles on parallel lines, so that's an angle sign, sorry, are equal. Okay, so you see the idea, we've got to think 2 steps ahead. What do I need to know before I can find out the thing that I need to know? All right, and lastly, B. Okay, this one's interesting. We have parallel lines, but we know that this angle all the way across here is going to be co-interior with 70. So A is not co-interior itself. It's actually the big angle ABC that is going to be supplementary with 70. So I can write in my reasoning, angle ABC, make sure you label it correctly in your working. Okay, equals 180 minus 70. And the reason is co-interior angles in parallel. Okay, in parallel lines are supplementary. Make sure as well you don't get into the habit of just writing equals because you're used to writing our equals. Make sure you write supplementary. Make sure you write it in a way that you can read it too. Supplementary. Okay, so that's going to be 110 degrees. Okay, and then because I know that whole angle ABC is 110, I know that angle A is going to be 110 minus 60, okay, because it's an included angle. Okay, that's the angle within an angle. And then that's going to be 50. And I get my answer there. So you see, I had to find something else before I could find the value that I was looking for. All right.